Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 5 of Making a Sailor. Before we move forward, I want to thank you guys so much for all the engagement and all the kind words you guys have been leaving on my comments. I think of you guys more as friends rather than followers, which brings me to say this before we move forward into the video is I want to be real with you guys. I want to be honest with you guys and I want clarity and raw honest truth. I did not get out of the military voluntarily. I faced a series of events that led from one thing to another. So it was not my choice to get out. It was a very difficult time. So one thing I want to say that if you're watching this and you're going through the same thing, you will be okay. It is not the end of the world. It was not for me. I thought that my I thought that my life was ending. I thought my life was ruined. But that wasn't the case. I developed certain skills, certain levels of resiliency, and I was able to find a lesson in every moment of adversity. You can do the same if you're facing the same problems. I think that you getting out of the military involuntarily discharged does not define your future at all. Only you create your own future. So if you're facing this, leave a comment below. Um, Talk what's going on. Tell me, and maybe I'll make a video about what actually happened in the future. But as of now, it's a very private um, situations of my life that eventually I will speak on. But for now, I want to talk about now. What is Luis doing now? What is Luis up to after he got out? So after getting out, I was able to secure a job in the aerospace industry. And I've been in the aerospace industry for approximately 2.5 years. And I love it. It's a very lucrative career and it is fun. I don't look at my job as a job. I go to work and I build Legos, essentially. I think that everything that happened for a reason. And if you're facing the same kind of issues, the same kind of troubles, the same kind of adversity, find a lesson in it, learn from it, develop that skill of resiliency. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to speak on that before I move forward into the video because I want to be honest with you guys. I want clarity and I want honest truth. Okay, let's go. Let's move forward. All right, episode 5. So in episode 5, I think this is where we actually start doing shit. This is where we started learning how to march. We started going to the confidence chambers, Marlin Spike, all those actually moments that everybody waits for and everybody's excited for to do. This is when you're doing it. And the feeling you get when you're actually marching and and you know that you know what you're doing. You feel more confident in your steps. You feel more confident in your personality, right? And you can see the brand new recruits that are coming in that are learning, and that's an amazing feeling, knowing that you went from one place to another, from you were there at one point and then now you're here. It gives you a lot of recognition for yourself.
One, two, three, four. Yeah, one, two, three, four.
Scoot to the right, PFC!
Yeah, one.
So now that we're going into week 4 with Division 229, and the division as a whole is starting to work together a lot better.
Division 229, all present, North Carolina.
So I verified Master Chief right here now. I think it's Command Master Chief, as a matter of fact, and Senior Chief. Isn't that crazy?
Sir.
Very well. The standard is set, and they have to do what they can do to reach the standard, and that's helping bring them together as a team.
They say that basic training doesn't get better, you get better. I think that's definitely true.
True. Yeah, it doesn't get easier. You get better. Your ability to adapt gets so much better.
First pick the division up, we can barely
You
zip
get
in the
you
stands
just
doing
have
just
to
left or right face. But
get
now
through a
coming to
level.
week 4 training,
You have
they've
to
been
jump a
marching
gap,
everywhere,
and you'll be fine.
every single day together since the first day we got them.
Now I'm marching every day. Now I'm marching every day. Hey.
Yeah, our progression, it's been really cool seeing it and just looking back on our P-Day days and the first day that we tried to start marching and how horrible it looked. And it's kind of like the progression just happened right before our eyes.
The transition is night and day.
Every time Cadence come on, I'm always in the back screaming, and you can hear my voice all the way in the front.
The US Navy is the best.
The U.S. Navy is the best.
The division has come a
You
long
can hear
way
my voice
physically.
all the way
but we still
across the
have a long
street,
way
bro. I
to
was
go.
screaming
Here at Recruit
that.
Training
I
Command, we
loved
have
it.
physical fitness training 6 days a week. So about 3 days a week we do some in-house physical fitness activities, which are a lot of push-ups, jumping jacks, running planks, different exercises that we can do right here in a small space to get the recruits in better shape. And then 4 days a week we go over to Freedom Hall where they get to run.
Freedom Hall, bro.
So it's all a building block to get them up to the standard that the Navy wants them to be at prior to leaving Recruit Training Command.
Yeah, I've seen my waistline go down, which is awesome. Fitness is going well. You know, it also helps that we've been put on our faces every day. So I try to think about that when we have to do our little flow kits and 10 count core builders. So it has certainly improved PZ for sure.
From my perspective, I do think
I want to speak about this, which is if you're afraid of your physical fitness abilities, start fucking training. Honestly, if you think you may not make it because you're either too heavy or too light, then you better start getting on a diet. I think, developing a diet and developing a mental and body strength prior to going there is critical. Otherwise, you will fail again and again. And then after, failing so many, getting set back so many times, you're going to be in so much stress that your body is just going to keep on taking that and it's going to be harder and harder. So I do recommend you get in a decent shape. You don't have to be in the best shape of your life, but at least be able to run a mile and a half under 10 minutes. Actually, that's what I did. But I would say that run your mile and a half, and depending on your age. So if you're young, right, and you're just joining, learn the standards that you're supposed, and get to a minute at least over it, and then you start shaving once you get to boot camp. Because once you get to boot camp, you'll have a better diet, you have a better sleep, better. It'll be a routine. So I want to stress on this a lot is you want to train before you go a little bit. You don't just want to jump in there. Make sure you train and you learn a few things about body strength and running and being able to do push-ups.
we are good friends, Chief.
From a professional standpoint, yes, Chief.
Professional.
Oh yeah,
The
they were
standard of
flirting.
Professionalism is when you're going out of your way to talk to each other. You're talking to each other in inappropriate places. You're talking to each other when you should not be. So you tell me about professionalism. You better fix your military bearing right now.
I'm sorry,
If I
Chief.
didn't work.
Shut up!
All right, Chief.
Here's the point. Conversations shouldn't be had. Good friends. Not in my boot camp. Everything that you guys are doing is against good order.
Honestly, I love the way he speaks.
I'm going to ensure
True leadership,
that
man.
whatever relationship you're trying to
You
have
can
with
see, you can sense the leadership whenever he
whether it's
speaks.
just good friends,
Structure and
buddies,
discipline is there. You know
or
it.
whatever you word it, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't happen here. Do the workout correctly.
Get off the deck!
Ah, good. Belay my last, Chief.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Marlon Spike. Honestly, I didn't get this. I was used. I was just an autopilot. Thankfully, I was never on a boat. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. A lot of people are gonna be pissed. I was on a P8 squadron, VP squadron, which is aviation, anti-submarine warfare. So I was never. It's a 737 plane.
It's a huge team evolution.
So it's too big to go on a boat. So I was never on a boat.
If a division feels that they operate as a team, they get the Marlin Spike and they find out exactly what real teamwork is.
All right, now you're gonna put 4 figure 8s.
Learning how to tie a knot and cast off the line and actually tie down the ship, I felt like was a lot more practical.
Everybody has to be able to get the ship underway. And so when it comes down to line handling, when it comes down to that Marlin Spike evolution, they got to work together. Life before Marlin Spike and life after Marlin Spike was night and day.
Go, we got this, let's go. Slam it, slam it.
This evolution
But I
builds
felt like it
team
made us-
bond.
it
This is a
forced
bonding
us
exercise.
to work together.
Any questions, ask me. I'll see you out there in the week.
I think his name was Freeman.
Every single
The other
second.
dude that was about another like right next to me.
Damage control.
About another guy
training
next to me.
is,
The dude was
extremely
tall,
important.
man.
Everybody has to know it. If they don't have the proper training, then you lose the ship. And that's one of the damage control team commandments. You do not give up the ship.
You don't really think about all the things that can happen while you're in the middle of the ocean. You know, your ship going down or being attacked, and then really all you have is each other and the skills that you learn.
This was fun.
I am. I'm really confident if something was wrong. You know, for example, we did confidence chamber.
This will be the best work day of boot camp. Booyah! Booyah! I want everybody to repeat after me. Embrace the suck.
From what I've heard now from you guys, this no longer happens.
You would
They don't do
think,
this
okay,
anymore.
So is this mask really gonna cover me and keep me alive? It's called confidence chamber for a reason. It gives you the confidence on the equipment of the Navy.
It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was.
It's
gonna
not.
be. I think on a scale
It's
of
not.
1
It's
to
just that
10,
afterwards you get a really snotty nose.
It burns.
And it's disgusting. Everybody just coming out with a bunch of snot on their nose.
It burns, but I think we sized it a little bit more than we needed to.
Man, I just cried a lot. My eyes were watering. They're still watering. I really didn't call for it. Like, it wasn't that bad as I said it was.
It
You
wasn't.
know what? Y'all got confidence in that gear? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see this? That means it's a good day. Good day to be in the Navy. Booyah, Navy!
I do believe that they're doing a lot better job getting these recruits a basic knowledge of what they're going to be expected to do once they get out to the fleet.
You feel the weight of that? Just imagine.
Reps and sets. I don't remember that.
So I know when I came to boot camp 9 years ago, we had a 3 or 4 day course
Oh,
on firefighting.
yes.
And then 2 days on line handling. And now the recruits are getting it.
It was
every
like
single
training.
week once they hit week 4
Mhm.
until the week they graduate. And I think that will help prepare sailors for the fleet. a lot
Leave the
better.
nozzle man on.
One of the primary things that we all do as instructors is we give these recruits the experience, the real life experience of, first of all, handling this weapon in an environment that's close to reality. It's not quiet, it's not passive. It's going to take enthusiasm to survive in an environment like this. So that's pretty much what we do. Get a good aggressive stance. Point it at your target like you mean it. Verify the weapon clear and safe.
I didn't miss my target, which was great. So I think I did all right.
I bet you I'd say something like I enjoyed it or something like
I
that.
enjoyed it.
Of
I enjoyed
course!
shooting weapons.
I feel like I enjoyed all of boot camp.
Mama, mama, can't you see?
Mama, mama, can't you see?
What the Navy's done to me?
What the Navy's done?
Since the P days to now, they're completely different recruits.
every time we walk past Pearl Harbor, which is where P-Days was.
This is what I was talking about
kinda
earlier in the
see
video.
Through the window, the people in their PT and their sweatsuits, and we're like, man, that was us only a few weeks ago. And that was us looking out the window at some of our senior divs. And we were like, man, I wish
Senior
I was
division.
there. And they're marching, and they have on their uniforms and their flags, and that's so cool. And we just got here 3 days ago.
They understand that they have to work together as a team. They understand that no one can make it through boot camp completely by themselves. That's the biggest thing, and the thing that makes you the most proud as an RDC is when you see them work together as a team, understand each other's weaknesses, and really, really just come together.
She was really good with the cadences. And you know what's cool? She would just have a different cadence every time we would march. She was very creative with it, and I really like that. She would take time during the night, and she would learn those cadences, which is pretty cool. There's times where people talk about I heard a story when I was in the fleet, actually, of somebody just started like singing cadences when they're asleep, man. People would like scream like, yesterday officer was sleeping. Like, that's wild to me. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a like, please. Leave comments, subscribe. I want to make more of these and, keep engaging with you guys. Thank you so much for your support. See you next time.